all my friends call me crazy. Like, you're gonna go fly down there. Because the other day you like showed me around some of the. Oh no, that was after the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, what are you doing?
Anyways. Welcome back to another vlog. So for today's video, we are going for a special request video for most of you guys.
Yeah, we've had a lot of requests lately asking for a video about how we met. Yeah. So this is a video about our story and how we ended up to where we are today. Happily married.
After.
So yeah, this is our story leading up to now.
Make sure you have some snacks, popcorn, some drinks with you right now because this is a storytelling. We're gonna watch some movie together.
There you go, or some coffee. That's what we have here.
That's what we have. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna start it now. So hope you're gonna enjoy this.
So we didn't really discuss this video before we are sitting here now. So we didn't like synchronize our story or even discuss our plan, or we haven't really talked about our own story in quite a long time. So,
so let's see if we can still remember
how we got here.
Yeah, how we got here.
Yeah.
So it's a test.
So where would you say I guess it all begins? I have an idea where it all starts.
Since Dominick is the reason why we met each other, so it should be is the one who gonna start.
You think I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think it's very obvious where this story begins. It begins with my birthday, actually. So my buddy Christian and Kevin wanted to celebrate my birthday, but they also were both leaving the country for a while on their own excursions. And so we decided to plan a trip. And that trip happened to be a cruise, which is my first time ever doing a cruise. And that cruise that we ended up going on ends up being the ship that this girl actually works at, right? So that is kind of what led us up to the first meeting. Yeah. So we just going on vacation on a cruise ship, Norwegian Cruise Line, right?
It's a Norwegian Sky ship. Because in the Norwegian cruise line, they have a lot of ships. So I was working on Norwegian Sky, which is the smallest ship among the fleet.
Why'd I choose that one?
I don't know. But no, I think you choose that because it's a short voyage. Yeah. So it's only 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
So it's good for his day off. So
the alcohol was included in the package, I'm gonna be honest. That's why we chose. So,
yeah,
it was like for all one price, you could drink as much as you wanted, and you're on a vacation, unlimited. So you're like, obviously, let's get the deal. Yeah, so that's how that started. But yeah, so that's how we ended up on the cruise ship. And I'd say it wasn't until my very last night there, on January 10th, going into the 11th, was the night that we actually met. And I guess you can maybe fill in this next part.
Since Dominick was cruising just for 3 days, and I met him for the last night of his cruise. In the next morning, we're gonna arrive at Miami, so he needs to disembark ship. So since that his birthday on the next day, so they are decided to have a dinner. But before that, by the way, I was working in the steakhouse, so it's a fine dining. So at that time, we are not busy. So my supervisor sent me into a buffet style.
Right, yeah.
Because of course a lot of passengers, they just like self-service. They don't want fine dining that time. So I was
included in the price.
That time, I was working a washi-washi. So washi-washi, guys.
Yeah, explain what that is.
Yeah. So washi-washi is like washi-washi, happy, smiley, smiley. I was standing by the door, and then all the guests coming on the buffet. So I was just greeting them and saying, "Hey guys, good evening, washi-washi," something like that. So that's a greeting, at the same time sanitizing their hands before they getting food.
Yeah, and I can fill in a little bit here. So Up to this point, so like she said, my birthday is the next day. It's the evening of the 10th, my last night on the cruise, and you work in the steakhouse. And for my birthday, we just wanted to celebrate something a little more fine dining instead of going to just the regular dining hall. So we booked a reservation at the steakhouse, and I don't know where we were coming from, honestly. It was
from the pool.
It was just me and Christian. I don't know where Kevin was. It was just me and Christian, and we were walking back to our room to get change. Right, you wear like an actual like polo, so you look somewhat decent going into a steakhouse.
Formal.
And so we had to walk through the dining hall to go get change. Our reservation's at like, I don't know, 8:30 or something like that. So we're kind of like short on time at this point. So I gotta go change. We gotta walk through the hall, the dining hall. And then there's this girl who says, "Washi washi." I'm like, "No, it's fine. I'm not eating here."
Guys, it's so funny because he don't want me to spray his hands.
Because I wasn't gonna eat. So I was like, I'm just walking through. You don't gotta clean me. Like I'm.
Yeah, but of course.
This is before COVID.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's my job, and he don't want to get sprayed. So I was like, "Washi washi."
Oh no.
And Dominick said no.
Yeah, but we ended up talking actually because she was so friendly. Like,
I like talking.
With a big old smile on, and then, but I was still in a rush. So honestly, I don't think you and I talked much then. Like I kind of said, "Hi, no, it's okay. I don't need to wash." And then.
And you're a shy type that time.
I wasn't shy. I was in a rush.
Duh.
So you said I was shy.
Yeah.
But what was it? I think you started a conversation about my
jacket.
My jacket, or
sweatshirt.
Or Christian's jacket. It was both. We were both wearing my sweatshirts. One of them was an army sweatshirt, which I was actually going to wear for this vlog. I just kind of threw this one on instead. That would have been funny. But yeah, so we had this army sweatshirt on. You started asking about that, and I'm like, oh my god, we're in a rush. We gotta go. Like,
and this girl asking
talking about my sweatshirts, and Christian's talking to her all friendly, and then so you took me as being shy because like I wasn't really trying to encourage the conversation any further.
Because Christian is the one who entertained me, answer my questions, or like he showed me that he's willing to talk to me and like that. But Dominick is just like standing like in his mind telling his friend that, "Hey, let's go."
Let's go.
Me and Christian still keep on talking.
Right. Probably for about 5 minutes or so, at least 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It felt like a long time when you had a reservation in like 5 minutes as it is. We gotta walk to the other half of the ship, and change, and then get back and stuff. Maybe Kevin was already in the restaurant. I don't even know. I can't remember.
Maybe one of their friends is already waiting for their reservations.
Right. So.
I'm not sure because I'm not yet there.
Right. Yeah. So that was our first meeting, right? It's just
he's ignoring me. He don't want me to wash his hands.
I know. I wasn't dirty. It was fine.
So they left, going to their room.
We were like, I'm gonna marry that man.
And yeah, they left to their room, and then they come to change. But I don't know that they have a dinner in Cagney's. They never told me.
Right, we had no idea, because you're working in some other place.
Yeah.
And you work upstairs in this dining hall, which is where we happen to be going next.
Yeah,
right?
and then my supervisor called me. When I come up there, this guy...
Was I already there?
Yeah, you were already there. And this guy and his friends, I think 3 of you guys.
Me, Christian, and Kevin.
I'm not your waiter that time.
Right, Winnie was my waiter.
Yeah, my friend also. When I was entering that Cagney's or the restaurant door, and Dominick, like standing on the table and then yelling that, "Hey!"
It's not standing on the table. What are you talking about? I don't know what came over me. Definitely very unlike me. But I saw her walk in. I think I've been talking about you. Even like for whatever reason, you just kind of stuck in my mind. Even though I was like just in a rush. I think I was talking about you to Kevin, because Kevin hadn't met her yet. Okay. And she was just the washy girl downstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, you walked in and I had seen her across the restaurant. For whatever reason, I kind of just yelled across the restaurant.
Yeah.
Hey, Herejean.
It's like, oh, what is this?
I know.
It's a fine dining, and he's like shouting, "Hey, Herejean!"
I guess. I couldn't. I thought it really was it yelling. Yeah.
I feel like you're shouting and I feel like you stand and then yelling and then you're like,
not on the table.
Hey,
I was just. Yeah.
I just say hi to them and then.
After I called you over.
Yeah, I come back to their table.
I introduced
and then,
you to Kevin.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Again, that's a weird thing to do. Like I hardly know you. This is Kevin, my friend, and this is Herejean. Or
like,
don't I even know your name then? I don't even know. I don't think so. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, that was very unlike me just to like call over a random girl.
Yeah. That's love, baby.
Is that what that was? Yeah.
Because you do something that you don't usually do.
Maybe. Yeah. It's really strange.
Yeah.
So when I called you over, were you annoyed? Like, who the heck is this guy? Oh, this is the guy who didn't want to have his hands washed, and he's filthy in our restaurant now.
Because if you do washy and then if you saw a guest that they don't want to wash their hands, you feel embarrassed because you know, like, hey, washy, you're being friendly, and then they're just like,
no,
I don't need that. I'm clean. I just showered, you know, something like that. So they don't understand that you're just doing your job. So you feel sometimes like you're offended, or you know, you feel embarrassed.
Did you want revenge when you saw me then in the restaurant?
It's not because you're handsome. Just kidding. Yeah. So after that.
Well, at some point, I had called, again, weird dude, me, for whatever reason, I called her over. Well, later on, we ended up talking again.
Yeah.
You were at our table, and I asked to take a picture with you, I think. I may have had too many drinks at this point. I don't think I seemed off. I don't remember.
Looks like he don't remember what he's doing.
It seems weird that I was doing that, but you were like friendly and you were like willing to take a picture of us.
Yeah.
But we still have that picture. We should put it up on the screen.
Yeah. This is the picture that Dominick took
at this moment.
At that moment.
It was me, Kevin, and you.
Yeah.
And that's actually when I was asking about your name tag, and she made sure I knew her real last name. I took a picture of her name badge, and she said, well, you know, that's not my real last name. So she was making sure I knew how to look her up if I needed to do my thing.
Yeah. So just to make sure.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know, guys.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was really it for our whole duration there. Like as far as like in the restaurant.
Yes.
After dinner's over, me and Kevin are leaving the main doorway. We're going down the staircase, and then Herejean comes running out of the restaurant, saying, "What was your last name again?"
Hey, excuse me.
This is my side of it. Yeah. She goes, "What was your last name again?" And then I just kind of stood and stared at her, and Kevin's like, "It's Bailey, like Bailey's the drink, just without the S."
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he because I didn't say anything. I just kind of stared. And
Yeah, just looking at me.
I think you just said thanks and you walked away, right?
Yeah.
So what were you? What do you say?
This is the real version. This is wrong.
This is wrong.
Yeah. So this is what happened, guys. They went down into the staircase.
Yeah.
And then I'm not running after them. I'm just accidentally that I was getting a drink from the bar. So yeah, I was getting the drink, getting drink to the bar, and suddenly I saw them in the staircase. So of course they're my friend, and then I was
Our friend already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was asking him, and then like we're in the deck 12 and they're already in deck 11, both of them. And then I was like staring in the staircase and shouting like, "What's your last name again?"
Why'd you ask me that?
No, because I forgot.
She wanted to talk to me.
No,
she wanted another reason.
One of my friends, I don't want to say the name. One of my friends likes him. Actually, I don't like him. He's not my type because I don't want to. I told myself that I never get married with a foreigner. I just want only Filipino. That's what I was saying.
So originally she had no interest in me apparently.
Yeah.
So I thought she ran out of the restaurant showing that she was interested. Kevin even was like, "Oh, she seems interested in you."
Oh.
And I was like, and then you said you weren't interested at all.
Yeah.
It was your friend who was interested, and that's.
So they're asking me to ask his last name. So that's why I'm asking him.
That's really why you were asking.
Yeah. It's not because I like you.
Yeah. It's okay. I still won in the end. Yes, that was it, I think, for the cruise ship, right? Yeah, I never saw her again on that cruise that rest of that night, nor the next day when we left. Me being weird again, though.
Yeah.
you want me to really say this?
Tell them.
I think on the flight back, I'd already looked her up on Facebook and I found her right before we took off. And it was when we landed back in.
Guys, you look for me in Facebook right away.
I did before we took off, right? And then once we landed and I got back in my apartment, I think I messaged you on Facebook. I think it was that next night. Yeah, which is like me totally not playing hard to get. Immediately, oh,
yeah,
hey.
Message me like, hey, this is Dominick, how are you?
I think I said something like, you were a great waitress. I really appreciate,
It's like a compliment.
Yeah, I think I was being more formal than anything.
Yeah.
But to make it really uncomfortable for me, she posted it on Facebook and tagged me. You posted my message to you on Facebook.
It's my message. It's your message. It's just your picture.
No. You posted my words that I typed to you. You posted it on Facebook. You tagged me in it, and I think you tagged whoever liked me to make them jealous that I said you were like the greatest waitress. You were a great server or something like that.
Maybe.
I think that's what happened.
And then in the next day, we are in Key West.
That's right.
And we're eating in the Asian restaurant. And then I saw him online, so I was calling him in the messenger.
She video calls me, which at this point I don't video call people. I think that was like totally out of my comfort zone, especially with a girl I only saw, for one day.
Yeah.
Why did you make the video call then? I'm just curious.
I called you because my friend was there. So I just want to make them or whatever status. So why you pick up my call?
Because you're attractive. Duh.
Yeah, since we're long distance, we know that we will not see each other again unless he will come back to cruise. Like, we keep our communication intact.
We're texting every day.
Yes. Every day.
This isn't like keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
Yeah. Which this is again so unlike me. Never in my life have I done a long distance relationship. Never in my life have I said that they were even a good idea. In fact, I've always told people, hey, don't do the long distance relationship. They never work out.
He's always against.
Yeah, always against it. And then here I am in the situation, and I'm like, I'm totally, maybe might try this.
And then March 4, I was signing off, and we met each other in...
I flew down to Miami. Yeah. So...
Guys, you spent money.
I spent money to go... Now, again, at this... So, here's the interesting thing, though. Again, that seemed like it was a lot longer time period between those two, but I guess it wasn't. It was only 2 months. You're crazy, then. Yeah. I mean, I'm totally crazy, too, for all of this. But I'm saying that, like, we only talked between January and March, and you told me you loved me in between there. Look at that smile. Which to me is like totally insane. I'm like, alright, like that is like pretty extreme. Yeah, and then, so somehow we wind up meeting on March 4th, right? But at this point we had already discussed having a long distance relationship. Because I asked you to be my girlfriend on March 4th.
Yeah.
Right? I bought her a necklace, I think. And you bought me my white sweatshirt.
Yeah, the jacket.
Yeah. Timeline's crazy.
That's my first gift to him. By the way, we have some photos also of that day in March 4th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can put some here. Yes, so that you can check it out.
Insert a couple pictures.
Yes, we're gonna put some pictures in here. So yeah, and then after that, on my vacation, guys, I got my tourist visa.
That's right.
I went to Ohio.
Oh, I forget. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So you'd left to go home.
Yeah, I think, guys, it's a destiny also. I don't know. I don't have any tourist visa at that time when I met him, and then I just applied, and then I went to the U.S. Embassy, and then right away approved. I flew here in Ohio.
In
May. In May. And I stayed here for 10 days.
10 days.
That time. So,
I took vacation off for all those days except for 2.
Yeah, I go back to the cruise ship, and then like maybe after 2 months on board, 2 months or 1 month on board, we serve a wedding for the owner of the Norwegian cruise line because his son was married in the cruise ship. So I'm one of the servers. So my restaurant manager give us to those people who serve them. They give us like a a compliment, like day off. Yeah, I met Dominick again, guys. Flew from
Ohio
to Florida just to meet me just for an hour again.
A couple. I had her for like 5 hours.
5 hours this
like
time.
That.
Yeah.
So longer than it was the time before, but still. All my friends call me crazy, like, you're gonna go fly down there. Is that the day you like showed me around some of the, oh no, that was after the cruise.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so, anyways. What are you doing?
Anyways, so after that meeting, guys.
Okay, so I took the cruise, did a 5-day cruise.
He come back again to the cruise.
I flew down to Miami again, but this time I get the cruise out of it by myself, most of it. But then all of I think your team helped you out a lot, right? So you got like all your lunch breaks off or something like that.
Every day since Dominick was there, I always work breakfast, and after my shift, we go outside.
You get lunch off every day, which gives you between end of breakfast to the start of dinner shift.
Usually I start like 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's the breakfast shift, and then we finish 10:30 or 11, and then after that we go outside both. So yeah, I toured him whichever port we are at. We have some pictures here. That's where in Bahamas, so I bring him to Atlantis.
Yep, we did paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding, which is our private island. That's my first time, by the way. So we have some pictures also here, guys, for that paddleboarding. It's my first time.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff for the cruise. It was great. It was great. We really got a lot of time together on that cruise, just because like her team was really helpful and supportive, and getting that extra time off was like super helpful. Yeah.
After the cruise, guys, in the same contract. So after the cruise, I applied for a work break.
Oh yeah, right.
I did for a work break. So because I have my tourist visa, I went here to Ohio for my work break for 15 days. I spent time with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after 15 days, I go back to the ship.
That was our last time spending together before she moved here.
Yeah. So all this story, guys, that you're hearing right now, it's only 1 year.
That was all 1 year.
Yeah, seriously, it's just 1 year.
That was hard work though for me. I mean, just being long distance, like me and my first long distance relationship. I think we did great though. We were very willing to
understanding, especially because our time is different.
Yep.
So
time difference, and it's being able to. I mean, she worked a weird schedule, right? Because sometimes you were off at 1.
Yeah, 1 a.m. and he's already asleep.
Yeah.
So, but we made it, guys. And then April 25th, we got married.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's our story.
April, so April 25th,
we got married.
2020, right?
Yeah. So it was about a year and a third.
Yeah.
1 year
and how many months? January,
year, 4 months.
March, April. 4 months.
Almost 5.
Yeah.
Between meeting each other and getting married, which again is totally crazy for me. I never would have expected myself to do that.
But it happened.
But it happened. Yeah. I got her a ring, and so she didn't seem. Yeah, she's like, oh, you said we weren't gonna do that.
Instead of surprise,
I'm like, all right, is it?
Okay.
Is it a
Can
yes?
you do it again?
Is that a no, or is you? I think I don't know if you said yes at the end, right?
I didn't say yes. It's just automatic. You just assume. You just assume.
And then we got married. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are here.
Yeah.
That's how
we got married on April 25th, and then we've lived in 2 apartments now, right? And still no green card.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, everything's getting pushed back in the government, and it's just taking so much longer. So Herejean still hasn't been able to work, which is why she's been working so hard on growing her YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's why I'm working hard, and we both working hard for this, guys, and we really appreciate all your support.
Very much.
This is our bread and butter, you guys.
And we've really grown to enjoy the process too. So I think we covered that. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. That is the story of how we met, and that is our story about how we came to where we are now. as a married couple. Yeah, so hopefully that made sense. We kind of just, so again, we didn't really plan this out. We just kind of wanted to just talk it out.
You want to be genuine.
Yeah, that's the story of how we met. Hopefully you guys like that.
Yeah, and we have the question also, guys, for you. What do you think about this long distance relationship, guys? Do you think it's worth it? Comment down below, and we are really appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and please comment also down below if you have any requests for any content that we want to make in the future. We're really glad to hear that, guys. So hope you enjoyed, and we're gonna see you again
next time.